What's up everyone? Today we're going to be talking about a quick tip to make sure that when you're on a gig, if you hit a key on the keyboard, next thing you know you have drum tracks and arpeggiators going that start by accident. A quick tip to make sure that does not happen on the gig. We're going to be working with the Nautilus today, so let's dive in. Alright, so we're in combination mode now, and let's say I have this patch, this is B064 called up, and by default you'll see that this patch has the drum and arpeggiator turned on. So if I were to go and start playing, this is what would happen. Now, if that happens on a gig when I'm only expecting to have a nice synth sound in the right hand and maybe a bass split, that's going to be a disaster. So there are two ways to go ahead and make sure that this is turned off by default. The first way is within the specific patch that we have called up. So this means that in any program or any combination that you have called up, you can basically turn off the drum and arpeggiator. So you can see the lights go off, and I can click the drop down box from the top right hand corner and write the combination or write the program in the state that it is in right now, which means that if I have the drum and arpeggiator turned off and I write it, that means that they will be off when I come back to that same patch on a gig, which would avoid the disaster. Now that's the first way, but there's a quick way that I want to show you in global mode. First thing we're going to do is click the mode button, and then we're going to go to global mode. Now, when we are on this basic page, the first page that comes up by default in global mode, you'll see in the top right-hand corner, there are two checkboxes. It says all ARP off, so that means that it will turn all the arpeggiators off and all drum off. Now, when you check these two boxes, that means that no matter what patch I call up, whether it's a program or a combination on the Nautilus, you will not hear the drum and arpeggiator tracks. This is really convenient when you want to make one quick adjustment to affect everything at once. Now don't forget, if you want to save this after your Nautilus powers down, you can click the drop down button from the top right hand corner and write the global settings. Now if you go back, we're going to go back to combination, you'll notice that even though the lights are still on, there's no more drum track and arpeggiator triggering. So I can go ahead and play, and if I switch patches, I'm still in combination mode. You can see that even though these have the arpeggiator and drum tracks lit up, nothing's going to come on by accident. Just a quick reminder that if you have these two boxes checked in global mode, and I go back to, let's say, the previous combination I had called up, you'll notice that even if I press these buttons, turn on and off the arpeggiator, you will not hear anything happening. That's because I have that box checked back in global mode. So just make sure if you want to be able to hear those arpeggiator and drum tracks, you're going to come back into global mode and uncheck those two boxes. And there they are. There are the drum track and arpeggiator. So hopefully this helps if you've ever been on a gig and accidentally triggered a drum track or the arpeggiator. Just to recap, two ways to accomplish this. Number one, you can change each specific program or combination that you might be using on the gig, so you can turn it off and save the status. Or the second way is to quickly turn all of the drum tracks and arpeggiators off in global mode. This is Luciano with Korg, and thanks for watching.